Number 1. Germany, the heart of Europe. Germany is located in the heart of Europe and has the most neighbors on the continent, sharing borders with 9 other countries, with an area of about 357,000 square kilometers. This country currently ranks 7th in Europe in terms of size and is slightly smaller than the US state of Montana. Notably, 1/3 of its territory is covered by forests, which play an important role in regulating the climate and maintaining Europe's biodiversity. If you have ever been enchanted by the fairy tales of the Brothers Grimm, you will surely want to set foot in the Black Forest, which once inspired famous works such as Snow White, Little Red Riding Hood, and Hansel and Gretel. Looking back at history, Germany stands out for its militant tradition and was the source of both world wars. After its defeat in World War I, the country had to bear a huge debt of 132 billion marks, equivalent to more than 47,000 tons of gold, or about 1/5 of the world's current gold reserves. This overwhelming economic pressure contributed to the rise of the fascist regime under Adolf Hitler, which again pushed Germany into World War II and another defeat. As a consequence, the country was divided into East Germany and West Germany until reunification in 1990. Another interesting fact about Germany's history is that the country changed its capital 7 times, the highest number in Europe. Germany's population is currently around 84 million people as of mid-2025. Germans are respected worldwide for their intellect, as they have won 115 Nobel Prizes, ranking 3rd globally after the UK and the US. Great minds that Germany has contributed to humanity include Albert Einstein and Max Planck. In terms of language, German is the only official language recognized by the Constitution. It is also the official language of 6 other countries in Europe and is the 3rd most widely taught language in the world. German and English share about 60% of everyday vocabulary, so it is relatively easy to approach for those with a good foundation in English. An interesting fact is that Germans have very long words, such as one with 42 characters used to refer to the captain of a Danube steamship. What impresses you most about Germany? Leave a comment with the number 1 if you have ever set foot in this country. Number 2. You may be stared at when you come to Germany. In Germany, you will easily encounter gazes that leave many tourists feeling puzzled. The elderly person next to you, watching your every move, or the child standing opposite you on the subway, unable to look away, is not actually trying to scrutinize or show annoyance towards you. Eye contact culture in Germany is so strong that foreigners call it the German stare. For Germans, eye contact is a sign of respect, sincerity, and readiness to speak if necessary. However, they also avoid looking for too long, so as not to make the other person feel uncomfortable. You may have started to get to know a German and wondered why you received a 15-minute monologue about their health, finances, and private life, after simply greeting them with, "How are you?" The reason behind this is that "how are you" is not just a polite phrase in Germany, it is genuinely a serious question. When asked this, they expect you to give a full answer about your life, such as what you will do over the weekend, or how your family is doing. Therefore, if you just want a brief greeting, choose "hello" and continue with your work to avoid an unintended long conversation. Regarding body language, Germany also has special rules that you need to pay attention to. Unlike in other countries where raising your thumb is a sign of approval or to let someone know they did a great job, in Germany, raising the thumb represents the number 1. If you are at a restaurant, cafe, or shopping and want to signal for one drink or one portion of food, you should raise your thumb instead of your index finger. Another interesting fact about fingers in Germany is that raising your middle finger at anyone is considered a criminal act. If they report you for this action, you will certainly receive a summons from the police and could be fined up to 7,000 USD. Number 3. German women, beautiful and talented leaders. German women always make a strong impression on the world's beauty map thanks to their fair, rosy skin, characteristic blonde hair, captivating ocean blue eyes, sharp facial features with high cheekbones, and especially their tall, alluring hourglass figures. Famous names such as Diane Kruger, Heidi Klum, and Claudia Schiffer are typical representatives of this beauty. Not only outstanding in appearance, they are also known for their strong, independent, and determined image in modern society. With more than 73% of women of working age participating in the labor market, they make a great contribution to the strength of Europe's leading economy. Most prominent is Angela Merkel, Germany's first female chancellor, who has become a global symbol of decisiveness, intelligence, and power. For many consecutive years, she was honored by Forbes as the most powerful woman in the world. Beyond that, German women hold leadership roles in about 25% of multinational corporations, banks, and prestigious research institutes. In love and marriage, German women are highly regarded for their practicality, frankness, and strong emphasis on equality. They are not bound by traditional norms, but aim for personal freedom and voluntariness in relationships. This is also the reason why the proportion of single women in Germany is quite high compared to the average in Europe and the world, currently ranging from about 40 to 45% according to the German Federal Statistical Office. Living in an open and multicultural society, the trend of marrying foreigners among German women is becoming increasingly common. You can meet and make friends with German women through popular dating apps in this country, such as Tinder, Bumble, Parship. Would you like to know how to win the heart of a German woman? Leave a comment with the number 3 and I will share with you a few tips. Number 4. German law allows you to be naked. Germany is famous for its Autobahn system, a place that speed enthusiasts from all over the world dream of experiencing at least once. This is one of the rare public highway networks that allows driving without speed limits on about 70% of its total length. Only sections passing through urban areas, construction zones, bad weather, or high-risk areas are restricted. This has made the Autobahn a paradise for supercars, where you can freely unleash full power. However, one important note: make sure to fill up your tank before entering the route, because if you run out of fuel on the road, it is considered illegal. Another interesting thing that makes Germany special in the eyes of tourists is that the law allows people to be naked in public places, such as beaches, swimming pools, resorts, or parks, as long as the place has an FKK sign. Even in cities like Berlin, Munich, or Leipzig, you can still encounter this sight in parks without clear signage. Most notable is Sylt Beach, known as the nude paradise. Here, nudity is an everyday matter, regardless of whether you are male or female. It is so common that, to avoid awkward situations, visitors are even given a code of conduct handbook by the beach patrol. Every year, Sylt also hosts nude surfing competitions, attracting hundreds of participants from Germany, the Netherlands, and Scandinavian countries. Finally, a rather surprising point is that in Germany, prison escape is not considered a crime. The country's law regards the act of seeking freedom as a natural human instinct, so those who escape from prison will not be charged or face additional prison sentences. Number 5. The beer sanctuary of Europe. Beer has long been an indispensable part of German life, to the point where the country is dubbed the beer paradise of the world. Germany is proud to be the birthplace of the world's oldest brewery, Weihenstephan, along with more than 1,300 breweries producing over 7,000 different types of beer. According to data from Kirin Holdings, the average German consumes more than 100 liters of beer per year, making Germany the 4th largest beer-consuming country in the world. When you set foot here, you will easily feel the special love Germans have for this drink. One of the factors that makes beer so popular is the legal drinking age regulation in Germany. At just 16 years old, you can legally drink beer, and this remains a subject of much debate due to concerns about the negative effects of early alcohol exposure. Beer in Germany is inexpensive, sometimes costing the same as water, and is sold everywhere from grocery stores and gas stations to newsstands. If you see people strolling with a beer in hand or enjoying a beer in the middle of a crowded park, don't be surprised, because this is completely legal and common in Germany. The peak of Germany's beer passion is the famous Oktoberfest beer festival. Although named after October, in reality Oktoberfest takes place from mid-September because the weather in October in Germany is quite cold. The festival kicks off on the Saturday after the 15th of September and ends on the first Sunday of October. In just a few weeks of the festival, more than 6.7 million liters of beer are consumed. Enough to imagine how great the locals' love for beer is. Have you ever attended Oktoberfest or tried Germany's 7,000 types of beer? If you share the same passion as the locals, leave a comment with the number 5. Number 6. The culture of buying secondhand goods. In Germany, buying secondhand goods has become a distinctive feature of modern living, seen as an act that reflects environmental awareness and a sense of social responsibility. According to a 2022 survey by Statista, nearly 40% of Germans bought secondhand clothing at least once in the past year. This number continues to rise, especially among young people and the middle class living in major cities. If you have the chance to stroll around Berlin, Hamburg, or Cologne, you will easily come across vintage shops, bustling flea markets, or online platforms like Vinted, eBay Kleinanzeigen, and Flohmarkt, where secondhand items are actively exchanged. Interestingly, Germans do not choose secondhand goods just to save money. They appreciate the durability, uniqueness, and environmental value that these items offer. A good secondhand coat is sometimes preferred over fast fashion products that can only be worn a few times. Moreover, the culture of giving and sharing is also very common. You may come across small boxes by the roadside with the words "zu verschenken," meaning free, take it, containing clothes, books, or dishes that someone has left for those in need. Many neighborhoods even have community bookcases, where people freely exchange books they have read for others to borrow. Number 7. The automotive powerhouse of the world. Germany is known as the cradle of the modern automotive industry, where Carl Benz created the world's first automobile in 1886. Since then, cars have not only been an industrial product, but also a source of national pride for Germans. Brands like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi, Porsche, and Volkswagen have become world-famous names, symbols of superior quality, precise engineering, and sophisticated design. The automotive industry now contributes about 7-8% of Germany's GDP, creating millions of jobs and bringing in more than 200 billion euros each year from car and auto parts exports. In particular, German cars are not only present everywhere in the world, but are also a part of daily life in their homeland. Most taxis in Germany are Mercedes-Benz, and in cities like Hamburg or Munich, even garbage trucks and ambulances use the chassis or engines of luxury cars because of their durability and safety. Beyond that, Germany is leading Europe in the race for electric vehicle technology and self-driving cars. Names like Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes are constantly investing in green vehicles and artificial intelligence, aiming to protect the environment while maintaining their position as the world's top automotive engineering nation. Have you ever ridden in a car made in Germany? If you found it durable and modern, leave a comment with the number 7. Number 8. Cities you should visit. Berlin, the capital city, is the first destination that anyone setting foot in Germany wants to explore. This city is famous for its architectural works, rich in historical significance, and the remnants of World War II. You will have the chance to admire the Berlin Wall, the Brandenburg Gate, the Holocaust Memorial, the Reichstag building, or the ancient Charlottenburg Palace. Moreover, Berlin is home to as many as 170 museums, which preserve and recreate ancient civilizations and the heroic historical periods of Germany, sure to captivate any visitor. If you want to experience a distinct medieval atmosphere, Lübeck will be the ideal stop. This is one of Germany's oldest Baltic port cities, founded in 1143, and recognized by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage Site. When strolling through the small streets of Lübeck, you will see ancient castles, majestic churches, and monasteries, all of which have been preserved almost intact. Don't forget to enjoy the specialty Rotspan wine and the famous marzipan candies, perfect as gifts for your loved ones and friends. Finally, Rügen Island is the sea paradise of Germany. This is the country's largest island, located off the Baltic coast, and standing out with its ancient, quiet beauty mixed with a poetic charm. When visiting Rügen, you must stop by Cape Arcona, conquer the old lighthouse, and visit the beautiful fishing villages that look like they came out of a fairy tale. You can also relax at famous resorts such as Binz or Gurin, and don't miss the opportunity to explore Jasmine National Park, recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, with its rich ecosystem and majestic white chalk cliffs. Number 9. One of the most powerful passports in the world. The German passport has long been known as one of the most powerful tickets in the world, thanks to the diplomatic strength and national prestige it represents. With a German passport in hand, citizens of this country can travel to more than 190 countries and territories without a visa in advance, or with a visa on arrival. This figure consistently places the German passport among the top 3 strongest passports in the world, on par with Japan, Singapore, or South Korea. Even more remarkable, as a key member of the European Union, EU, German citizens enjoy the right to freely live, work, and study in any EU country without needing a special permit. This outstanding advantage makes the German passport seen as a gateway to Europe for its citizens. In addition, the German passport possesses a soft power that few countries can match, as it enjoys extremely high international credibility. Holders of the passport of Europe's largest economy rarely face questioning or trouble at customs, thanks to the image of German citizens always associated with respect for law and order. Furthermore, the German passport is equipped with modern security technology, including a biometric chip, helping minimize the risk of forgery or fraud. Number 10. An educational paradise for students. Germany is a standout nation and is considered an education paradise, with its policy of virtually free tuition at public universities, applied to both domestic and international students. But don't mistake this for meaning free tuition equals low educational quality. On the contrary, Germany's higher education system is ranked among the best in the world. Universities such as Heidelberg, LMU Munich, TU Munich, and Freiburg consistently appear in the top 100-200 universities globally, according to prestigious rankings like QS and Times Higher Education. Germany currently has over 1,000 public and private research institutes, hundreds of innovation centers located within universities, and a tightly connected network between academia and industry. Notably, private enterprises contribute about 70% of the nation's total research investment, creating breakthrough applied projects in green technology, artificial intelligence, self-driving vehicles, medicine, and renewable energy. With more than 400,000 international students enrolled, Germany is an ideal education destination, while also succeeding in building an advanced research environment where students can easily participate directly in major projects. It's no surprise that graduates from Germany have a high employment rate, globally recognized degrees, and some of the highest starting salaries in Europe. Number 11. Germans are passionate fans. In Germany, football is not just a sport, but a vital part of social life. The country is known as one of the world's football powerhouses, with the national team having won the World Cup 4 times: 1954, 1974, 1990, 2014, and the Euro Championship 3 times. Every major match of Die Mannschaft is a national event, attracting tens of millions of Germans who unite their hearts through giant screens, public squares, or right at the stadiums. Not only the national team, German football is also famous for the Bundesliga, one of the most exciting and popular leagues in the world. Each season, stadiums like Allianz Arena, Signal Iduna Park, or Olympia Stadion are packed with fans, with average attendance among the highest in Europe. The most successful club in the country is Bayern Munich, with 6 European club championships. Their most memorable achievement was the historic sextuple in 2020, when they won every competition they participated in. Notably, German football stands out for its passionate yet civilized fan culture, loyal supporter groups, and strong sportsmanship. Even more impressive is the way Germany invests in youth football. The well-organized training system has produced generations of talented players such as Franz Beckenbauer, Lothar Matthäus, Miroslav Klose, or Thomas Müller. From village fields to national football academies, the love of football seems to permeate every breath of the German people, regardless of age or social class. Have you ever watched a football match live in Germany? Leave a comment with the number 11 if it was an unforgettable experience for you. Note 12. A peaceful weekend day. Weekends in Germany offer a peaceful atmosphere that can surprise those who are used to the bustling pace of life in the United States. On Sundays, almost all shops, supermarkets, barbershops, and pharmacies are closed in accordance with the law to ensure everyone has complete time to rest. You will rarely hear loud music, drilling, or any noisy activities, because these actions are completely prohibited to avoid disturbing neighbors. Even shopping malls or busy shopping areas are enveloped in silence. Instead of shopping or partying, Germans choose to spend the weekend enjoying nature and connecting with their loved ones. They often go for walks in the forest, cycle, hike, or have picnics in the park. Many families or groups of friends gather at small, charming cafes to leisurely enjoy apple pie with vanilla ice cream, sip a hot cup of coffee, and have deep conversations, rarely interrupted by the sound of a phone. In Germany, the weekend is a sacred private time, and even bosses avoid contacting employees outside of working hours. If you walk through the center of Berlin on a Sunday morning, the quiet and peaceful scene will let you fully experience a rhythm of life, completely different from sleepless cities like New York. Note 13. Famous delicious dishes in Germany. When talking about German cuisine, it is hard to overlook the famous bratwurst sausage. Created in the 14th century, bratwurst is a delicate blend of pork, beef, or lamb with salt, pepper, nutmeg, and onion, creating its distinctive rich flavor. Interestingly, each region in Germany has its own secret in preparing bratwurst, making its taste always diverse and appealing. Germans often enjoy bratwurst with bread and mustard, a simple combination that is enough to win over diners from the very first taste. Next, if you have the chance to visit southern Germany such as Bavaria or Swabia, don't forget to try Käsespätzle, a traditional dish rich in local character. This dish is made from spätzle, small noodles made from flour, eggs, and water, then mixed with rich cheeses such as Emmentaler or Gruyere. An indispensable highlight is the crispy fried onions sprinkled on top, adding both crunch and a mild sweetness that harmonizes with the soft, melting cheese. Eating Käsespätzle while it is still hot, you will feel the intoxicating aroma and the warm feeling that is so characteristic of German cuisine. Finally, currywurst is the street food you should not miss, especially when strolling through Berlin. The sausage is sliced and topped with a tomato sauce blended with curry powder and spices such as garlic, chili, and onion. The combination of the sweetness of the tomato, the spiciness of the curry, and the aroma of the sausage creates a rich, unforgettable culinary experience. This dish is often served with bread or fries, enough to keep any diner coming back for more. Number 14. Interesting festivals in Germany. The Carnival Festival in Cologne is one of the most vibrant and colorful festivals in Germany, likened to the country's version of Mardi Gras. Each year, the city of Cologne becomes the focal point, with streams of people in colorful costumes, singing and dancing non-stop for 6 consecutive days. The opening day, Weiberfastnacht, also known as Women's Day, brings an interesting cultural feature, where women have the right to cut ties and throw jackets of men to express strength and freedom in the festive atmosphere. Especially, the grand parades on Monday and Mardi Gras Tuesday, with magnificent floats and colorful costumed groups, create a lively picture that no visitor to Germany should miss. Speaking of music, Reeperbahn in Hamburg is the largest music festival in Germany, turning this beautiful port city into a giant stage for 4 days. More than 800 stages at bars, clubs, and music boulevards resound with passionate tunes, gathering new artists and promising musical talents from all over the world. Reeperbahn is not only a place to enjoy music, but also an opportunity for visitors to immerse themselves in an inspiring creative art space. The Festival of Lights in Berlin offers you a completely different experience when night falls. The city of Berlin puts on a shimmering light coat with hundreds of modern light artworks, turning historic buildings such as the Reichstag Palace, Charlottenburg, or the Victory Column into enchanting, vivid creations. With the clever combination of LED technology, projectors, and 3D effects, the Festival of Lights is not only a visual feast but also a venue that honors the highest creativity of talented artists from around the world. Number 15. Cost of living in Germany. When you set foot in Germany, one of the first things that will spark your curiosity is the cost of living in this leading developed country in Europe. Depending on where you choose to stay, your financial experience will vary significantly. In major and vibrant cities like Berlin or Munich, the rent for a one-bedroom apartment usually ranges from $900 to $1,500 per month. However, in smaller towns or peaceful cities like Leipzig or Dresden, the price will be much more affordable, only from $500 to $800 per month. If you want to experience local life in a genuine way, try cooking at home. On average, you will need about $300 to $400 per month for groceries. And if you are a street food enthusiast or love gathering at local eateries, each meal at a casual restaurant will cost only $10 to $20. This is a great opportunity for you to enjoy German sausages, sandwiches, or fresh beer without worrying too much about the cost. Getting around cities in Germany is also very convenient thanks to the modern and punctual public transport system. You only need to spend about $60 to $100 per month for a subway, bus, or tram ticket. If you love sports and want to stay healthy, a gym membership card will cost from $30 to $70 per month. The gyms here are well equipped and spacious, giving you comfortable and effective workout sessions. The total monthly living cost in Germany usually ranges from 1,300 to 2,500 USD, depending on your lifestyle and where you live. With this cost, you can fully enjoy a high-quality life in the heart of modern and culturally rich Europe. And those are 15 interesting facts about Germany. Hopefully, these 15 facts have given you a fresh perspective on this fascinating country. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next journeys. Which fact impressed you the most? Leave a comment below. We're really looking forward to hearing your thoughts. The information is for reference only, so please do your own research before making any decisions.